Flown on into Zorkra. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Darkstar. Congrats on first. Alright. Oh, hi, Abe. Thank you for checking in, too. Thank you for the... whatever crap it is. Yeah, the health check. The health check stuff. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Congrats on your Sharma. Alright. I was supposed to do this over the weekend, but I didn't do it over the weekend. We're gonna continue on with our low energy kinda crud. Okay, so last thing that I have to do for the courses, I think, is just this advanced SQL stuff. After that, if we have a lot of time, I'll join Yowza to do some building. If not, then I'll just finish this up and then I can move on to an actual project tomorrow. I have ideas for what the project should look like, and I know that there are databases online for like chemicals and stuff that I can take a look at, but let's see. But yeah, I'll take a look around a bit more, have more of a structure to how I want to be able to do the analysis, and then we'll work from there. Other than that, let's see. Other than that, I don't know if other people have seen it, but it looks like the requirements for YouTube Partner Program are even higher. I was gonna try to get there with shorts, but that doesn't look like it's viable anymore. So starting next year around February, they're doubling the watch hours that you need, and then I think for shorts the monetization is like you need a certain number of views every 90 days for it to qualify. Which is, yeah, I'm not going to reach it, so at least with the watch hours, I'm hopefully going to be able, I don't know, it depends on, like, yeah, the videos that I end up putting out, I guess. I have one that I want to try to get out by the end of the year, which I think should do relatively okay. Although it's also kind of short, so yeah, it's not gonna contribute too much to the watch hours, I think. Yeah, but yeah, we'll try to do it. So that also means that the streams that I'm doing for now, I don't think anyone, like, there's probably not going to be people interested in it too much, because yeah, it depends on if people actually have work to do. Yeah, I'll just be multi-streaming over to YouTube to see if I can pump the numbers up a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much the small things. So yeah, let's try to get through the rest of this lesson, and then I'll start to try to put together the project. I don't know how many projects I should end up doing. I know one I have to tie to my PhD, so that the PhD can be read as like work experience in the field. And then I don't know if I need any other projects than that. If it's recommended that I do additional projects, then sure, I'll figure out another, like, I have the training to figure out another research question to be interested in to work on with this stuff. So yeah. Alright, so we had the inner join. We got some more joins. And then we have the union to pull information from multiple tables. Okay. So we're still doing the pet ID to pet table ID. The pet ID column in the... I'm gonna need a bit of review because it's been several days since I last worked with the stuff from this lesson. Each row of the owner's table identifies a different pet owner, where the ID column is a unique identifier. Pet ID contains that ID. Okay. Veronica Dunn does not have a pet. And then Maisie does not have an owner. So we're selecting owner name, o.name as owner name, p.name as pet name. Then we have to do the whole table location. And then we interjoin it with this table, which we'll call P, and we're going to join on the condition that the ID of the pet owner, the ID of the pet corresponds to the pet ID on the owner table. But what if we instead wanted to create a table containing all pets regardless of whether they have owners? Or if we want to combine all rows in both tables. In that case, we need only use a different type of join. Noise. For instance, creating a table containing all rows from the owner's table. We use a left join. In this case, left refers to the table that appears before the join in the query. Right refers to the one after the join. So left join would be the pet records, right? Oh, owners is on the... Oh yeah, because the triple quotes makes it so that so that you can read it more easily, but there aren't actually spaces in between. So the BigQuery public data pet records owners is O. At least when it reads it, it directly reads it as being next to the inner join. Okay, so that's left join is owners. Right join is going to be the pets. Replacing inner join in the query above with left join returns all rows where the two tables have matching entries along with all the rows in the left table. If we instead use a right join, we get the matching rows along with all rows in the right table, whether there is a match or not. So inner join is where they actually do have overlaps. The left join is all the overlaps plus whatever else is left over on the left table. Full join is everything. Okay. So right join would have the Maisie row without Veronica Dunn. Okay, simple enough. As you've seen, joins horizontally combine results from different tables. If we instead want to vertically concatenate columns, you can do so with a union. Okay, so just like regular sets, we can do with union. Example query below combines the age columns from both tables. So select age, union all, okay. Select age from. Congrats on your peacock base. Peacock bass. Okay. Select age from pets. Union all. Select age from owners. Union all. Why are the owners appearing first? Note that with the union, the data type for both columns must be the same, but the column names can be different. So for instance, we cannot take the union of the age column from the owner's table and the pet name column from the pets table. We use union all to duplicate values. You'll notice the 9 appears in both the owner's table and the pets table, and shows up twice in the concatenated results. If you'd like to drop duplicate values, you only need to change union all to union distinct. Okay, so we'll still have a Hacker News dataset. We begin by reviewing the first several rows of the comments table. In BigQuery, set up the client. Client.dataset, dataset name, project name. Fetch it using the client. Construct a reference to the comments table. So referring the dataset ref, we're grabbing the table called comments from this dataset. We have to actually get the table by asking the client to give it to us. And then we're gonna, let's goes table max results equals 5, 2 data frame. Tables are defined. Okay. Also work with a stories table, so dataset ref is already set up, so we just grab the stories table instead. Client grab table. List it out again. If Facebook or Angry Birds pay you, we will. Huh? Okay, so we've already done it in the intro, so relatively complex example of a join that uses a common table expression. As was aliasing. Oh, with as was the, okay, I was thinking about this earlier. With as is the one where you can reset the name, where you can clean it up. Common table expression is a temporary table. Okay, so that's what the, okay, that's the CT. query below pulls information from the stories and comments tables to create a table showing all stories posted on January 1st, 2012, along with the corresponding number of comments. We use a left join so that the results include stories that don't receive any comments. Stories. If I remember correctly, the parent column is going to be the IDs that correspond to the IDs of the stories posts. Okay, so C is going to be from comments, it's going to have the parent ID for the comment. Count everything as number of comments. Group by parent. Okay, so group by the parent ID, and then count how many comments are under each of those parent IDs. Okay. Okay, and then stories will store as the table S. We're going to grab the ID column as story ID. The author name, the title of the story, C number of comments. So left join here is because we're going to use all of the rows of S. Join with C, where the story ID is equal to the comments parent ID, where extract date from s.time.t_ts. Date is 2012-0101. Ordered by most comments descending. Join result. Query, join query. Dot result to data frame. Everything without a comment, sent to the bottom. Next we write a query to select all usernames corresponding to the users who wrote stories or comments on January 1st, 2014. Corresponding to users. Okay, so unique and distinct. Okay, so we're first grabbing all the comments that are written on this date from the comments table, and then we're going to use a union distinct. Oh, stories are comments. Okay. So if they both commented and wrote a story, then they're not counted twice. Okay, that makes sense. To get the number of users who posted on January 1st, 2012, just take the length of the data frame. We're gonna have the Stack Overflow dataset again. Okay, let's import. Let us import the things of import. Tonight after this is done, I have a Genshin event to finish up. Thankfully I did the actual activity on it already. And I've already gotten through most of this, like, they've already gotten through I think like half the story or more. I'm already getting onto the third part, so it won't take much longer. But I also have the Arc Knights event that's gonna need to be done. I already missed the trim medal on that because I didn't do it in the first week. Then again, it's probably good that I'm not spending too much time on these games. Okay, so we're good on this. Sorry, one sec. This song's so nice. This song is so nice. Sorry, I'm checking something over. Touch.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dreams. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive.
Okay.
Okay, so we import BigQuery,
Set up the client already. Grab the Stack Overflow data set. Post questions. Then we have the posts answers table. How long does it take for questions to receive answers? You're interested in exploring the data to have a better understanding of how long it takes for questions to receive answers. Armed with this knowledge, you plan to use this information to better design the order in which questions are presented to Stack Overflow users. With this in mind, you write the query below, which focuses on questions asked in January 2018 and returns a table with 2 columns. QID, the ID of the equation, the ID of the question, time to answer, how long it took.
The good and the bad times we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel this better.
Okay.
And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you
Post
feel
questions
my
is Q.
I can't let you go.
Inner join with answers is A. QID equals parent ID. So this presumably should give us the tables combined so that they match the answers to the questions, and then we select the minimum time difference in seconds between when the question was posted and each of the answers to it was posted. Group by QID. Question ID. Shouldn't it be... Oh yeah, you're grouping it by QID because you need the answers for that question. Order by time to answer. Percentage of answered questions. Sum the first result time to answer. Not null. Huh. This part looks a little bit weird. I guess that makes sense-ish. Oh, some of the not null. Okay. Okay, so these look wrong. Given these observations, you think that the type of join you have chosen has inadvertently excluded unanswered questions. Oh. Oh, okay. So in that case, we want to choose the left join, because that way we get all the questions in the table. Because if you do inner join, then it only matches the ones that have both a question and the corresponding answer. You're interested in understanding the initial experiences that users typically have with the Stack Overflow website. Is it more common for users to first ask questions or provide answers? Well, I'm pretty sure it's to find that someone already asked the question and then try to read the answers and read either people getting mad at the person answering the question, belittling them, answering them very, very kindly, but in a way that you can't really understand yourself because you don't have the expertise, or the rare example of both a good answer and also a nice person and a good, yeah. Okay. After you sign up, how long does it take to interact? To explore this quite further, you draft the partial query in the code cell below. Query returns a table of 3 columns, owner user ID, yep. Queue creation date, a creation date. You'll want to keep track of users who have asked questions but have yet to provide answers. And your table should also include users who have answered questions but have yet to pose their own questions. With this in mind, please fill the appropriate join, which in this case should be full, to return the correct information. I feel like these exercises would be tougher if you had to fill in the entire query here yourself. You don't have a valid query yet? Oh my god. I forgot the word join. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Part 2. Now you'll address a more realistic and complex scenario. To answer this question, you'll need to pull information from 3 different tables. This syntax very similar to the case where we have to join only 2 tables. For instance, consider 3 tables together. Owners, pets, and treats. We can use 2 different joins to link together information from all 3 tables in a single query. Cool. Okay, so we're going to full join the pets and the owners. But we're left joining the treats. Okay. Right. With this in mind, you say you're interested in understanding users who joined the site in January 2019. You want to track their activity on the site. When did they first post their questions and answers, if ever? Okay, now we have to write the query. Okay.
I'll waste away all night and day. Perfection, you
It bothers me that this tab isn't in the right place.
give out and stay. It's fine this way. Let's fall asleep today. And now we wind up high. Yeah, the sky is the limit. They tell me reach further to better.
It doesn't matter
So now shut
which.
up, I'm trying. Oh, just give me a
Right.
minute. You tell me reach further. Too bad it's too high. And so we wind up high. Yeah, the mind is your limit. I want to reach further. Too bad that's a lie. So now shut up, I'm trying. Please just give me a minute or I'll fall apart for a while.
How did they write this again? I think it was like min q dot q dot time or something, creation date, q dot creation date, a dot creation date underscore.
No more, no way. Please, you just lead me astray. These failures are all we pay. And now we wind up high.
And then min answer a dot creation date as a underscore creation date. BigQuery dot dash pulp data. I'm just gonna freaking I cannot be bothered to keep looking through for this freaking location. Okay. Okay. We're gonna full join questions and answers, and then q dot join date. Note that questions and answers posted after January 31st should also still be included, and all users who joined the site in January 2019 should be included, even if they have never posted their question or provided an answer. What did this table look like again? Wait a second. The heck? How do I get the owner's creation date? What the? what? Oh. Um. Questions equals client dot get table. Just throw this in. .2 data frame. No. Shoot. Table. Dang it. 2 data. Oh my gosh. How do you do this again? I just need to see the beginning of the table. Oh wait, I can just list rows. It doesn't have a list columns. Do you have a list columns? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I need to go pee. 1 sec. Creation date, creation date. How do I get it? Oh, the users table. Okay. I guess we also need a full join. Q.id equals a.parent ID. No, because we need to include where they never posted a question or never posted an answer. Okay, so over here, full join, owner user ID. Do you want a full join for that? Owner user ID equals a.owner user ID, and then full join on user or u.id. Where u.creation date is less than 2019 0201. Min should be capitalized. I think they mentioned that it doesn't matter, but readability. I think this by itself should be enough. I don't have a valid query yet. They just give all of this to you. Q creation date. This Q creation date from users as you. On UID. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. I want to group by your ID. Wait, didn't they say? Oh, created accounts. Oh, okay. And they want us to group by ID. Okay, so what's the issue here? Okay, so it looks like it's the order I'm doing this in. If I just switch the order of these. I mean, I should probably do this. Is it because it doesn't like where the... There's no way it's just this, is it? Oh, you have to put this into a string. How many think users posted on January 1st, 2019? Select owner user ID. The IDs of all users who post at least one question or answer. Each user ID should appear at most once. Okay, so we're gonna do okay, so first off, we need a union between post questions and post answers. So how did they do the union where it was these two tables? Okay, so you have to union the selections from each of the two tables. So we're going to be hitting it with a union distinct. And then we also need a owner user ID, a dot owner user ID as owner user ID. Public data, Stack Overflow, dot posts questions as queue where creation dates. I think I need to extract date from q dot creation date equals 2019 0101. Down here we have the same thing, public data, Stack Overflow dot posts answers as a where extract date from a dot creation date equals 2019 0101. Okay. Learn how to use analytic functions to perform complex calculations with minimalist SQL code. There's no way I'm getting to building tonight. There is no way I'm getting to building tonight. Okay. In the intro, you learn how to use aggregate functions, which perform calculations based on sets of rows. Oh wait, the count, that kind of stuff. Okay. In this tutorial, you'll learn how you define analytic functions, which also operate on the set of rows. Yo, Mr. Vest. Hello, hello. Are you learning to become a software engineer? With the SQL stuff, well, welcome in first of all. I have a PhD in science, but I kind of wanted to make a pivot out of research because, yeah, doing the PhD was enough to tell me research is probably not for me, or like at least academia isn't for me. So right now I'm trying to pivot over to data science. I know it's not a good like job market right now, but at least like at least I have people I know who are in data science. So that's what I'm trying to pick up what I can, start applying as soon as possible, and then just like keep building from there. It's gonna be like a huge process, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is in the world. But yeah, these Guerilla streams, I'm technically not back from a hiatus I started from streaming in December. But to like get myself to consistently study, that's why I'm doing these streams. It's day 10 on the title because I've been streaming on Twitch. So it's already day 10 on Twitch, but I decided to just multi-stream mostly because yeah, YouTube is increasing requirements for the partner program, so whatever I can get for watch hours I'm gonna take. Yeah, I mean this YouTube channel is mostly for shorts or like dance stuff at the moment. Yeah, but I'm filling stuff in where I can. But yeah, it's gonna be a relatively quiet time. Most of my talking is just gonna be thinking to myself. So if you want to chill, feel free to. It's mostly gonna be chill time, chill like focus time. But yeah, once again, welcome in. Hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, so analog functions require a return a potentially different value for each row in the original table. You believe in me? Yo. Thank you so much. I've never seen a stream where someone studies. I actually enjoy the stream. Oh, nice. I think, yeah, there are quite a few, like, so I consider myself a VTuber, although I do like facecam streams. I think, yeah, Twitch itself has a dedicated co-working and studying category, but I think the only working streams I've seen from people on YouTube, I guess you could count like there's some artists who do some art streams where they're kind of like working on a commission or working on animation. There's a few like corporate VTubers, they do their like working streams where they're doing like homework that their managers gave them. And I think, have I seen anything else? I don't actually think so. Yeah, but because I didn't study data science before, I just started 3 weeks ago. So yeah, just cramming all this crap into my head, it's been a process. It's been so hard, dude. Yeah, so the courses I already went through on Kaggle were oh shoot, which ones are they? So there's Python Intro to Machine Learning, which was literally just, yeah, the Intro to Machine Learning was pretty much just like, oh, we have this Python library, just use the models that we have in here. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing much here. I don't really feel like I'm doing much if I'm just feeding everything into these functions. Yeah, pandas. I'm gonna have to review all this, of course, but like to pick stuff up after I get through these like intro courses, the plan is to, I mean, AI is used a lot in the field now. I have a few friends in data science, and yeah, they said that they've been using it for the coding. So like, yeah, I'll just work with whatever AI I can get in my hands on to come up with a project. It'll like walk me through the steps, and I'll get like technically hands-on experience with doing it. It's gonna be like pretty handholdy. Should be starting tomorrow. But I mean, like, it's what people do in the actual field now too. So I think it's okay. You have no coding knowledge. You're trying to be soft. Oh shoot. I mean, okay, I've done coding before. I've done Python for like matrix algebra and like matrix math. Like I've done like MATLAB, Mathematica, whatever I did in high school for like AP Comp Sci. But yeah, the like age old, or I feel like it was like a couple decades ago. It was just like learn computer science and you're fine. No, it's not. Yeah, I have a couple. So yeah, the dance community is filled with a lot of people of different ages, and a couple of my closer friends, they just graduated from college like last year for one of them, and then a couple of years ago for the other, and both of them literally just landed on jobs like this year. So if the people who are actually learning software development in college can't get jobs, I don't know what the heck we're doing here. Well, unlike those two, I have the advantage of being a domestic US citizen, so like government jobs are still open to me. But yeah, I kind of want to be able to get something. To actually be able to put together a project that will hopefully land me something, like even an internship. I talked to people, they said, yeah, or if you can get an internship, one step in the door, that's better than you can hope for right now. It's tough, but yeah, we'll both get through it, I think. Hopefully. Okay, we'll have a small table containing data from two different people, so ID 1 and 2, training for a race. ID column identifies each runner. Date column, date of training session. Time shows the time in minutes that runner dedicated to training. So we like to calculate moving average of the training times for each runner, where we always take the average of the current and previous training sessions. You can do this with the following query. So we're selecting all three columns, averaging the time column over. So we're gonna have average over partition by ID. Okay. So instead of group by, we have partition by now. We're gonna be ordering by the date, and then rows between one preceding and current row as average time. This is a crazy syntax right here, dude. Rows between one preceding and current row. That is crazy syntax. From BigQuery, public data, runners train time. Okay. All analytic functions have an over clause, which defines the set of rows used in each calculation. The over clause has three optional parts. Partition by clause divides the rows of the table into different groups. Partitioning by ID here. Order by clause defines an ordering within each partition. In sample query, ordering by the date column ensures that earlier training sessions appear first. I think I'm gonna guess that if you wanted to do it reverse chronologically, then this would be date and then descending. The final clause, rows between one preceding and current row, is known as a window frame clause. It identifies the set of rows used in each calculation. We can refer to this group of rows as a window. To the window, to the wall. Did the sweat drop down my forehead as I'm trying to figure this out? Actually, analog functions are sometimes referred to as an analog window function or simply window functions. More on window frame clauses. There are many ways to write window frame clauses. 3 preceding and 1 following. Between unbounded preceding and unbounded following, so everything. Yeah. So it's either you have a current row as your stopper, you have a preceding and a following, or you have unbound preceding, unbound following. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wait, what kind of coding are you looking into? Or for software development, are you just like learning all kinds of different code? I was gonna start with Coursera, which has this full-on like data science. It's like freaking full-on data science course, but then sometime last year they changed it to a subscription model. So like, I need free things right now. Yeah, so Kaggle's being free is nice. 3 types of analog functions. The example above uses only one type, only one of many analog functions. Supports a wide variety. For a complete listing, you can check this documentation. As you might recall, average from the example above is an aggregate function. The over clause is what ensures it's treated as an analytic aggregate function. Because if it was just regular average, it'd just average over all values. Aggregate functions take all of the values within the window as input and return a single value, which is what I literally just said. Okay. Min-max returns the minimum or maximum of input values. Okay. Average of input values count returns the number of rows in the input. Analog navigation functions. Navigation functions assign a value based on the value in a usually different row than the current row. Navigation functions assign a value based on the value in a usually different row than current row. First value or last value returns the first or last value in the input. Lead and lag returns the value on a subsequent or preceding row. Oh, okay. Ave, thank you again. Alright, I'll wet myself. Ah. Congrats on your bony tail, Chub. Ah. Oh. Okay. Stretched out. And I'll like numbering functions, assign integer values to each row based on the ordering. Row number. Returns the order in which rows appear in the input. I think I need an example of these and these. Rank. All rows with the same value in the ordering column receive the same rank value, where the next row sees a rank value which it increments by the number of rows of the previous rank value. What? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because I'm tired, but I have no idea what that means. The next row receives a rank value, which increments by the number of rows with the previous rank value. What the fudge does that mean? Okay.
We're sleeping at the edge, holding something we don't need. All this delusion in our heads is gonna bring us to our knees. So come on, let it go. Just let it be. Why do you be you? And now me.
Select date, start date as trip date. Count the number of trips on that date. Group by trip date. Okay. Select everything, which is date, and count the number. Sum the number of trips over. Cumulative number. And slamming doors at you. If this is all we're living for, why are we doing it anymore? I used to recognize myself. It's funny how reflections change. Do you even need order by trip date? Alright, get wrecked bot. What? We already counted up the number of trips for each trip date. This is cumulative trips over all the dates. What? 1213 cumulative trips 16742. With trips by day as what? Why is this the head of the results table or results data frame? Why is that the Love to understand. Aren't we already counting them up over here? Trip date. Okay, if we're counting it up, count star as the number of trips. Select date, start date. Sum the number of trips. Over order by trip date. The cumulative 1213. Shouldn't this be 1213? Or does this... Oh, this number includes all the trips before this date. Wait, but if we're ordering by... If we're using trips by day here... Trips by day is already only the data from the 2015. For the 2015 dates. No? Wait, do they have, dynamic functions, cumulative trips. The example uses first and last navigation functions. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just copy this into a Google Doc and I'm gonna take a look at it later. That's really, really freaking weird. Did I copy the wrong one? Oh, whoops. The next query tracks the stations where each bike began in start station ID and ended in end station ID. The day on ended the day on October 25th, 2015. Okay, so select bike number, the start date, time is trip time, start station ID, first ID, time start date as trip time. So we have bike number, the trip time, first value, over, so partition by bike number, okay, order by start date, yep, rows between unbound and preceding, unbound and following. So within all the station IDs, we grab the first station ID, okay, last value partition over same things, but then we have last value. Start station ID. I need to write this out for myself. Okay, so bike number. Do we have an as here? Yeah, as first station ID. So yeah, I need to take a look at this one too. When he starts at first station ID, he then travels from station to station, start station and end station, and finally he arrives at last station ID. Later at some time, the last station ID and end station ID should be equal. Ah, okay. I also had the idea in my head, but okay. Wasn't sure. This is gonna take a bit to run. So we get to wait. Okay. Almost there. They're grabbing it from GitHub. You're right. Okay, learn tools. Grabbing it from GitHub does make sense. Yo, this is a long setup though. This is a pretty long setup here. Like actually serious. Okay, there we go. That took a long time. Following code fetches the taxi trips data. Taxi ID, start and end. How can you predict the demand for taxis? Say you work for a taxi company and you're interested in predicting the demand for taxis. Towards this goal, you'd like to create a plot that shows a rolling average of the daily numbers of taxi trips. Amend the partial query below to return a data frame with 2 columns. Trip date contains 1 entry for each date. An average number of trips. What was the syntax again? Partition by date. And then we have the selection, which is ordering by order by start date or trip date. Wait, partition by trip date, order by trip date. No. It's already ordered by trip date, so we can just Oh, whoops. Okay, so we're still ordering my trip date. Let me review. Partition by and order by again. Calculations are separated by number or by runner. Order by clause defines an ordering within each partition. In the sample query, ordering by the date column ensures that earlier training sessions appear first. It was already ordered up here though. But then when you're actually calculating the average, you still want to order the average by trip date. Can you separate and order trips by community area? The query below returns a data frame with 3 columns from the table. Amend the query to return an additional column called trip number, which shows the order in which the trips are taken from their respective community areas. So the first trip of the day, originating from community area 1, should receive value of 1. Second trip of the day, this is the likewise the first trip of the day from community area 2 should receive value of 1. Note that there are many numbering functions that can be used to solve this problem depending on how you want to deal with trips that start and end at the same time from the same community area. To answer this question, please use the rank function. Yeah, this is the one that I didn't understand. How does rank work? Oh, okay. Partition by pickup community area. Order by trip start timestamp. As trip number. Nice. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, now I see. Okay, so partition by is if you want to do the analysis over a certain partition, but then the actual ordering for the rows is taken care of by order by. Okay. Within each of the partitions, you can use order by to order the data within the partitions to be referred to in your row selection. Okay. How much time elapses between trips? I'm getting so many notifications on Discord right now. Okay. Partial query in the code below shows for each trip in the selected time frame, corresponding to taxi ID, trip start time, trip end time. There's a query to include an additional pre-break column that shows the length of the break in minutes that the driver had before each trip started. Partition the calculation by taxi ID and order results within each partition by trip start timestamp. Can you just call it one proceeding? Did they explain this?
Another water in the night.
Timestamp diff.
Paint the view, color the town with my light. For every moment shared with you, night and in the day, you're never fully gone, going to be back again until the coming of the dawn.
End timestamp, start timestamp. Well, that didn't help.
Let's meet at zenith. Nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you around the water. We slowly dance whenever our eyes meet. You know you leave me in a trance. It means
Gonna order by
everything
trip
will
start
be lucky
timestamp.
down below. I'll always seem to find, no matter where you
How do you choose the previous row?
remember, you'll be on my mind.
How do you choose the previous?
Within the inner heart I plead for you to talk to me.
Oh, trip and timestamp. Oh my gosh. Okay.
The new stories you have as I drift across the sky.
Okay, I didn't notice that this was in the timestamp diff.
Let me sing I'll be singing, baby.
The lag function, that's what it was. Oh. We're trying to grab the trip and timestamp. Or you just do this. How do you use lag? There's maybe lag is
Birds are born with no shackles, then what fetters my fate? Blown away the white
returns the value on a subsequent or preceding row.
trapped in the cage. The endless isolation can wear down my illusion.
Analog navigation functions.
I'll make a dream unchained. Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soaring past the night to trace the primal light. Let the clouds heal me of the stings, gently wipe the sorrow off my life. I dream.
Lag of name.
What is meant by miracle? A word outside my days. Once again, repeat wobbles, but how could I escape? No further hesitation on those unanswered questions. So now I'll make a dream unchained. Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soaring past the night to trace the primal light. Let the clouds heal me of the stains, gently wipe the sorrow.
Okay, so that one works.
I dream.
This should also work, right? Okay.
Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soaring past the night to trace the primal light. Let the clouds heal me of the stains.
No wonder why Krim was saying that SQL is kind of. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. So far you've worked with many types of data, including numeric types, integers, performing point values. Okay. Nested and repeated data. Alright, sorry, I need to take a little break. My head is kind of not processing well enough. Alright, I'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, I think that's enough of a break. Nested, repeated, nested. Consider a hypothetical dataset containing information about pets and their toys. Organize it 2 ways. Pets table, toys table. The toys table will contain a pet ID column that can be used to match each toy to the pet that owns it. Another option in BigQuery is to organize all of the information in a single table, similar to the pets and toys table below. Everything from toys is collapsed into a single column. That one's the nested column. Name and type fields are nested inside of it. Nested columns have type struct or type record. This is reflected in the table schema below. Nullable. Nullable. None. Okay. So under the toy field, now we have the last thing filled in with a schema type of the things that's filled in. Toy.name, toy.type, okay. Repeated data. One pet can have multiple toys. We say that the toys column contains repeated data because it permits more than one value for each row. Each entry in a repeated field is an array or an ordered list. Entry in the toys column from within the dog is frizzy rope. When querying repeated data, we need to put the name of the column containing the repeated data inside an unnest function. Which flattens it. Unnest toys as toy type. Both pets can have multiple toys, and we like to keep track of both the name and type of each toy, both nested and repeated. So we have the repeated on the outside, nested on the inside. Since the toys column is repeated, we flatten it using the nest function. And since we give the flattened column an alias to t, we can refer to the name and type fields in the toys column as t name and t type respectively. GA sessions. Okay, so we have the repeated data in here, and it's also nested. Beautiful. Yep, there are a lot of nested ones. So I guess nested is going to be, yeah. Nested is always with the curly brackets. We further the browser field, which is nested in the device column. So if we are unnesting, if we're trying to get the browser field, which is nested in the device, we could do device.browser or device.transactions. Yep, totals. Oh, which is nested in totals. Okay, totals.transactions. So by storing the information as structs, as opposed to separate tables, we avoid expensive joins. Keeps us from having to worry about join keys and which tables have the exact data we need. So just cram everything into one thing. Now we'll work with the hits column as an example of a column of data that is both nested and repeated. That's the one I pointed out, right? Yeah. Hits is the struct, contains nested data and is repeated. Hit number, page type are all nested inside the hits column. And page path is nested inside the page field. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to come up again. Hey, yeah. So complicated. Because there's a lot of in your mind logic that you have to work out with these. Okay, who had the most commits in 2016? GitHub. Yep. Several commits. We have some nesteds, and then trailer and differences where we have the repeated nested. Write a query to find the individuals with the most commits in this table in 2016. So we're selecting committer name, author dot name, and then we also have number of commits, some some of what? I think it's just some star. And then we're gonna be GitHub repos dot simple commits. Where date under the committer column in the name and date child fields respectively. Author. Eh? Oh, whoops. Committer dot date equals 2016. And then from here, over, partition by committer name. Ordered by I mean, we don't really need an order. Num commits. Let's see. I forgot I can just throw the group by over here. Use committer name and committer date and query to count the number of rows corresponding to each committer in 2016. Use the where clause, group by clause, and order by clause. I don't have a valid query yet. Committer.name as committer name, some stars num commits. From BigQuery public data, GitHub repos, sample commits. Group by committer name. Order by num commits. Descending. Oh, I have to unnest, huh? Okay, what's wrong? Select committer name as committer name, count star, count. From BigQuery. where committer date greater than or equal to 2016-0101. Committer date less than 2017-0101. Grouped by committer name. Can I not use extract? Does it not like extract? Wait, is extract from something else? What? No? Do they really not want this? I don't have a valid query yet. Do I have a typo? Committer.name as committer name. Count star as num commits. From, I guess I just don't need that. Oh wait, that too. Okay, let me try this. Let me also try this. I'm surprised this doesn't work. I don't know why it's not liking. I don't know why it's not liking just committer.date extract the year. Alright, I need a P again. BRB. Okay. Oh, I don't know why it's not liking us. Yeah, I don't get it. Languages table. Language. Oh, okay. Each row of the languages table corresponds to a different repository. Name in the languages column contains the programming languages that can be found in repo. And the bytes field in the language column has the size of the file. And it's also a repeated type. If we unnest it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the most popular programming language? Write a query, leverage the information in the languages table to determine which programming languages appear in most repositories. The table returned by a query should have 2 columns: language name, name of programming language, number of repos, number of repositories in the languages table that uses programming language. Sort the tables so that the languages that appear in more repos are shown first. Okay, so if we just do an unnesting, we can count the number for each language. If we hit it with a group by, BigQuery public data dot GitHub repo sample languages. And then we hit it with the unnest languages. Wait, this was the repeated. Okay, so if we unnest languages as L, we select L dot language as language name. How do we only count the unique ones again? Count star. As the repos. Ordered by non-repos descending. All languages, language name. If we unnest the nested as L. Shoot. We're unnesting the languages as language. Languages is L, so that gives us the full-on columns with language and bytes. So now we have the same repos. Okay, so we don't really care about that. We're grouping by L.language. Right. Hello, hello? Welcome in, Crimson Keep. How you doing tonight? I am extremely confused by like every single problem right now. It is almost distressing. Yeah, it's actually really tough. That's why I have my pain face on today, because every single day of learning this stuff is pain. Oh wait, we know each other from Twitter, right? I don't know if we've interacted on Twitch before, so I just wanted to double check. Okay. Wait, let me also make sure I'm following you. Okay, there we go. That's better. That makes me feel better. But yeah, welcome in. I don't know if you also do any like coding stuff, but If you do, you probably know the pain. If you don't, you can probably look at this and understand the pain. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so flattered. Honestly, I probably should only post like better ones, but ever since I started posting them daily, I was like, I want to continue doing that. And it's been a lot of work, but it's been pretty fulfilling. Oh wait, does that mean you have a YouTube too? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I recorded a couple. I mean, I already posted one of them today, which was the Hololive Advent Spotlight dance. But I also did another one that I'll be posting in a few days. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sneaking onto your Twitter. A Kai Kai idol. Oh my gosh. I've met like a few other idol VTubers this year too. It's always and like earlier this year in like March, I did meet a couple members of the Wotage community, and then I guess because of VTubers, I started to understand like audio culture more, and through the people I've met, I've gotten to know like all the like a lot more idol stuff. It's crazy. Look forward to it. Oh, thank you. But yeah, these streams are all just kind of boring right now because it's all just learning this stuff. Yeah, streams for like the foreseeable future are probably all just this, and then sometimes building Gunpla with my friend or with my friends. So it's very, very laid back at the moment. Super duper duper laid back. The language column contains repeated data. Okay, yeah, I get that. I kind of already got that. If I'm sorting, I group by language. Unnest languages an L. Sample languages. Unnest language. Unnest language? Oh my god. Don't know much. Maybe I can osmosis. I kind of doubt it. I am only barely making sense of this in my head. If I could like explain what's going on, that'd be great. Yeah, if it's something I know, I think I'm a like pretty good teacher. When I was a TA, I got like pretty good reviews from, or I actually got like really good reviews from the students when it came to like being a teacher. But that's only stuff that I actually already know. Maybe osmosis. Oh, I mean, like, I don't know if you use like Mix It Up or StreamerBot for any of your like widgets, but that is pretty much, yeah, that's like coding too. Mix It Up looks a bit more nice because you have like a nice interface for it, but then StreamerBot is scary unless you learn it properly, I think. Yeah, I tried to move away from Stream Elements because stuff kept breaking. Like the chat, for whatever reason, when I first started streaming, I used Stream Elements chat, but it should have showed everyone's profile picture correctly. And then it ended up just showing my profile picture for literally everyone. which felt like I was talking to myself, and it felt so awkward. It was so awkward. Okay, please just tell me how to do this. You are kidding me. It is name, not language. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Everyone I've talked to said that the best way to learn is by continuously messing up, and then eventually you'll start to pick up how to do it properly. Okay. This is still not right. Unless language is L. Group by... So we're grouping by the language name. So everything that's C would be together. Everything that's HTML should be together. Order by num-repos descending. Yep. L.name as language underscore name. Yeah, it's count.star. Or it's count star. Oh wait, but again, how are you doing today? Okay, unless language as L. Nanasia, hello. How you doing? Did you already finish Vector Breakthrough? I missed the trim medal because I was too focused on finishing up the Wang and Chen 3 event. And and then the next day I see a message from a friend, like a message so-and-so on Discord. I was like, hey, remember to finish it up because this is your last day. And I felt like a dum-dum. Thank you for checking in. Oh, okay. Thank you for hydrate. I wet myself. Okay. Are you using the mechanists? Oh, like the current Vector Breakthrough is actually fine for you? I saw a lot of people complaining about it, like the difficulty again. It's okay, it won't affect your life. Okay. Yeah, because tonight I'm finishing the current Genshin event. And then after I finish the Genshin event, I'll probably try to get through the Vector Breakthrough. And then after that, I think it's probably Star Rail. Because the Star Rail events for Fate, like the Fate block, those are ending in 2 weeks, right? I mean, I still haven't done the story for the first Fate collab, so... yeah, I think that's the rest. Yeah, that's all the events for gachas for now. Yeah, Star Rail's had 2 Fate collabs so far. The first one had Saber and Archer, and then the one that's currently running is with Rin and Gilgamesh. Yeah, so I like did the most of the content, like I did the time-gated content for those collabs. But I haven't gotten to the story itself. Yeah. Why are you laughing? I heard, I just didn't play the game. Oh, okay. Wait, am I not literally writing the exact same thing? It's just called languages? Sample languages for that table. Languages. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm streaking my Thank you for lurking when you lurked. Yeah, I've lurked on the streams that I want to like keep my streak on. Although I think I only have 1 streak above 10 at the moment. Yeah. At some point I might raid into the person who I have a streak on. but maybe not tonight. Probably not tonight. I think I don't even know what she's playing tonight. She's doing, I think it's more Fields of Mystria. I have five people. Oh my goodness. Okay. There are 5 people that have streaks that are at least 5 on. That are on right now. Let me just like hee hee ha ha. Let me just hee hee ha ha lurk on those streams. I don't know if my computer is gonna like. I don't know if my computer is gonna blue screen, because I'm making it do so many things right now. Twitch using FOMO tactics, legit, dude. Legit. And then it's like your stream streak broke, and then you try to go to save your streak, and then either they don't have the VOD turned on or published yet, or like you keep the stream on for a long time and it still doesn't register for whatever reason. Do I know the person that you have that streak on? Yeah, my current streak, like my current high score is it's gonna be a 98 after it kicks in. I'm gonna make sure it gets to 100, and then if I drop it after 100, then it's okay. I just want to be able to get to big number. Yep, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course I know. Yo, okay. So for the first time in forever, right? I'm choreographing, right? Well, okay, I technically have choreographed a little bit on some stuff, but I have an alien stage choreo that I'm trying to make right now, and I only have like 10 seconds out of the 40 something that I want. But like I've done maybe, I think I've done like 6 iterations of the first few moves, like different ways of doing the different first few moves to do, and I think I landed on one that I like really like, and that has barely ever happened in the course of me ever choreographing. So I'm actually like super happy. But yeah, I'll keep making slow progress on actually getting that choreo done. As you can tell by my YouTube, I can't really go out much at all, so that's why I'm always in the basement. But if I'm gonna choreograph something, I'm gonna try to make it out to somewhere that's close by-ish, probably, to try to get a better looking background for the recording. So yeah, I'll hopefully be able to get that. Yeah, because I don't have my own car, because I moved back, right? I moved back to my parents' place, so I don't have a car. I can't afford a car. So if I want to go anywhere, I have to borrow my dad's car. And he wants to save money on gas. So I'm pretty much only making trips that he's making with me. I mean, it's not like I'm opposed to that at the moment, because I don't really have anything I need to do. If I want to hang out with people, I can probably do that on like Discord and stuff. Plus I'm in my sort of antisocial phase with trying to find a job. Yeah, after the PhD, I needed to move back. I mean, the idealish, like the most ideal plan would have been no burnout after finishing up, and then I find a job in like SoCal, and then I stay around there to like finish up my, I guess, like dance stuff that I want to get done there. But the timings didn't line up well enough. I didn't have enough time to be able to look for a job, or like make the transition to a new field. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I did need this time to recharge. I needed so much time to recharge, because the burnout was incredible, and by incredible I mean absolutely terrible. Yeah, but at least I'm done with the burnout. I kind of wanna, well, okay, the daily dance shorts did actually help me out with this, like getting motivation. So it helped me a lot with motivation, because it's like, okay, I need to do this every day, and I'm sticking to it. And at some point, it's like, yeah, I kind of really need to feel more productive. Burnout's so real. Yeah, I know. It's okay though. Everyone goes through it. Yeah. It's bad. Yeah, for the longest time I was burnt out with choreo too. At least like with the funner dance stuff. I was burnt out with choreo, and then I started doing like, I think I still like very, very occasionally did K-pop choreo, but it was after starting to watch a lot more Hololive, and then I got more inspired to do choreo again because I want to like cover stuff. So that like dragged me back into choreo. And now I'm trying to do a choreo once every like 3 days. Or at least make a short that's a choreo every 3 days. Yeah, and the fact that I'm taking at least 3 nights out of the week to do the studying means I have maybe 2, potentially 3 days a week to do recordings. So, well, I mean, learn and record, which is another, like, I'm pushing myself really hard. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Because it also gives you the sense of like accomplishment and satisfaction. And I think having the reward after getting stuff done, yeah, it does help with the motivation side of things. Yeah. And thankfully, because I'm still on the break, I have come to the point where I'm not going to prioritize like growth as much. I mean, okay, I'm multi-streaming to YouTube because I want to have the watch hours build up, but I don't want to make it like that big of a commitment. Finding the job should be the biggest commitment. Yeah. And then that ended up giving me more motivation, which in turn made me more motivated to do other things. So you could call the drive to like grow the like sub count and stuff as like a temporary driver for myself, like a vehicle for my my desire for self-growth. Yeah, huge. It was a pretty big It was a pretty big thing. Yeah, exactly. Because I lost all of my motivation to do stuff because of the PhD. Yeah, the way I explain it is, if you feel like you're stupid for 7 years straight daily, it does kind of weigh down on you. And I think that's where a lot of the burnout came from. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's in the past. It's already done. And yeah, the job market being on fire doesn't help. And the fact that I still have to pay student loans, that... Yeah. I kind of have to find a way to make some side income while I'm trying to find an actual job. We'll figure it out. It's just the part of life, right? Yo, restrict your attention to the repository with name Polyrabbit Polyglot ready for you that returns a table with one row for each language in this repository. Happy on bouncing back. Oh, Nanachia. Lapu Dapu. Do I have let me slowly scroll through all of my subs and gift subs. Wow, there's a lot right now. Let's see. Okay, there's one more. There's another. Does Cottony have one? Yeah, okay. I'm glad everyone... Okay, maybe I should have a love emote for myself, because everyone else has one. What the heck? Everyone has one. What the heck? Oh my god. Why do I have so many gift subs right now? Oh, thank you. Okay. Here you go, Nanashia. This is the size of my love. That's the size of my love. You really should. Returns a table with one row. One row. Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna have to... Wait, how do I one row again? I think it's this. Yeah. How many do I have, like, actually... I think I have... Yeah, I had to unsub from some friends because I didn't have the money for it anymore. I have 3 subs that I keep active, and then 1 Prime sub that I do. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, did I get the Shin one? Okay, the last heart that I sent, the Shin one, that sub expired 13 minutes ago. So I got it in right before it expired. Oh my goodness. I do have this unique emote though. You don't have that many love emotes? That's still a lot, in my opinion. I feel like that's still a lot. Wait, Nanasia, did I tell you when I played this event, I didn't actually know that the song was in there. But when I heard it, I'm like, I was flabbergasted. I was absolutely flabbergasted because Substantial is one of my favorite rappers because he worked a lot with Nujabes. I was like, I recognize that voice. I recognize that voice, and it turns out, oh my goodness. Oh, wait, actually, I think I got his. I think I got one of his pressed albums. He had this like fundraising thing to get them pressed. As for a newer album that he had. Yeah. But because there's more swearing in it, I can't play it around my dad because my dad does not like swearing. And as you already know, I've never sworn in my life. So first time I heard of this. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, so wait. I don't know if you've been around when I tell people. So Samurai Champloo is actually like the reason why I would say it's like the start of why I wanted to, or why I got into like street dance. Because I watched a lot of anime, as you might be able to tell. And when I watched Samurai Champloo, I was a huge fan of the music. So because of that, I got into Nujabes more. And before that, I didn't really like rap, as I just did not like rap. But listening to Nujabes, yeah, I got into rap, and then I started to like hip hop music more. And then when I went into college, I saw that there was a hip hop dance club, and it was either hip hop, kendo, or archery. And archery required $10 a semester, and I didn't want to pay that. Kendo, I couldn't find any more information about the club, and I think they went defunct. And then there was the hip hop dance club, so that became like the club that I would go to. And then, yeah, and then after that, like everything else kept going with dance. Most of my friends by the end were people I met through dance or dancers themselves. Yeah, you haven't watched it? I mean, not everyone has watched every anime that exists, so that's like, yeah, so I don't hold that against people. Yeah, because a lot of the classics, like Haruhi, I haven't watched yet. I've already kind of told people I'm never gonna watch. I'm probably never gonna watch Neon Genesis because I kind of felt like that was an anime where you need to watch it in a certain time of your life for it to have made the most impact. And I'm already well past that, so because I'm Unk, as all the kids in the comments like to tell me I'm Unk. Yeah. So at this point, I don't think I'm gonna be watching it. You haven't watched either. That's all good. Again, it's all good. Actually, Haruhi, I think I want to watch at some point. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, a lot of different things that help contribute to me continuing to dance the way that I do right now. Your hair and facial hair is not helping your case. I know. The only thing is, like, if I shave off the facial hair, I can tell you, like if I shave off the facial hair, I lose about 5 years from my appearance. And then with the hair, I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. Because, well, I mean, there's a couple characters I want to cosplay next year, and I kind of need to keep my hair long for that. But other than that, after that, yeah, I'm still gonna try to figure it out. If I don't perm my hair, it just falls straight down. So if I, like, for the first 20 something years of my life, I kept my hair like shorter-ish, but like my hair would just fall down. If it got sweaty, it would all stick together. So at least like manageability wise, the long hair has helped a lot. So if I do cut it shorter again, which I am planning on doing at some point, yeah, I kind of need to figure out how to make sure it doesn't just fall straight down. So I already cosplayed as the uncle from the Green Yuri last year, but then the anime for the Green Yuri is coming out next year. And because the manga is like the only color they usually use is just green, I couldn't really tell how certain colors or like certain things like his glasses worked. So hopefully the anime helps me figure out what to buy next time. And then I actually think because enough of the YouTube comments told me, like, every single time that a video ever, I say every single time, it's only been a couple times, when the videos pop off and there's a lot of comments, at least like a quarter of them call me Aizawa, so from Boku no Hero Academia. So I'm gonna try to figure out a cosplay for that too. And I think that one's gonna be a bit easier but pull off because I already look tired all the time and I talk like I'm tired all the time anyway. Like, I don't know how I sound in real life. So like to people who know me IRL. But like I've found on streams, even if I think I have more energy to my voice, I look back at the VODs and I'm just like, I just sound like I'm tired anyway. I only need goggles, yeah. I can always casual outfit him. I mean, if it wasn't so hot at like Anime Expo, I think doing the sleeping bag would be really funny. But I also don't want to have to carry around a sleeping bag when I'm not trying to like stay in it. But again, it would be really funny. And then I have a friend who... Well, okay, I say friend. I mean, she is a friend now, but she was one of my campers in a summer camp. And at least like a few of the campers I stayed in contact with. Like, I say stayed in contact with, but it's like vaguely stayed in contact with. And she wants to cosplay as a character from Link Click, so just sleep anywhere. People see it and think it's ISO. I'll just bring a face mask to put on top of my goggles. That'd be big brain. Also, I just realized it's already 1 a.m. I'm gonna it's already 1 a.m. I should go to sleep. Or I should start to get ready to go to sleep. Yeah, I think I'll finish this last exercise tomorrow during the day, if I'm actually good about it. And then I'll figure out the project I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this exercise first, and then we'll be good. Select order by bytes. Polyglot. Select name as name L dot what bytes as bytes. From BigQuery public data dot GitHub repos dot language or is it languages. And then we're going to be unnesting the language column. As language. We're only grabbing the repository for polyrabbit/polyglot. So if we're doing that, we can hit it with a where repo name equals polyrabbit/polyglot, order by bytes, right? Thank you for hydrate again. All right, aquatic ambiance coming on is the perfect timing. I have wet myself. Okay, I'm just gonna try that. We'll see if it works. Incorrect. Okay. Where repo name. I need to call it as language as language. If I unnest, wait, if I unnest, that's already in there. L.name as name. Oh my gosh. Please. No. Order by bytes. Eh? Descending. Yatta. Okay. Okay, Toki. There are a lot of people we could raid into. Wait, did I? Sorry, I'm gonna check who I've raided into recently. I do not remember. Okay, so... No, thank you for dropping by. I don't even know how you knew I was live. Yeah, I really like this album by Alizea because it has the like 90s, early 2000s kind of sounds. Okay, so last week we raided into Airi. We raided into Seki. Should have been Yaza. We raided into Seki again. Wombat was 2 weeks ago. Okay. It's been 2 weeks, so we can raid into... Oh wait, but Nina's live too. Okay. Yeah. At least for the partner push that she's doing right now. At least for tonight, let's head over to Nina. Please tell me she's wait, she's still playing, right? There's no way she's ending at 1 a.m. Yeah, see you in the next one. No, thank you. I mean, it's tomorrow. The next one's tomorrow. First for subs, second for non-subs. Or sorry, first for non-subs, second for subs. Third is my Discord server. I'll try to post more in the Discord server. Yeah, but it's nice and cozy with like just a few people, so yeah, it's fine. Okay, well, once again, a Discord I should join. Are you not already in it? I thought you're already in it. I can't even tell because I'm on streamer mode right now. Okay. But yeah, okay, I figured. Okay, good night. Hope you have a good night, rest of the night, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll be on again tomorrow. Bye-bye.